All right, guys. So we catch up with the crew who is on a evac mission to Maricopa, a planet that Commander Santos has a real strong connection with, and we'll find out why that is very shortly. But we are introduced to a mixed up or misfit crew, just like our crew, our Ghost crew, which is the Iron Squadron. The Ghost crew attempts to assist in helping the Iron Squadron get away from the Empire. However, the Iron Squadron refuses to do so, and they attack the Imperial cruiser, actually hitting the cruiser with cargo that is laced with bombs, and the cruiser does attempt to flee and gets away. And the Iron Squadron kind of celebrates this victory, not knowing how small the victory is. Later on, Santos explains who the Iron Squadron is, which was a faction that was under his brother, and we find out that Marty Matin is his nephew, his brother's son. And then we get an opportunity to meet the rest of the crew, which consists of Gunty, who is the female, Johnner, who is actually the muscle, and then we have R3, who is their astromech. And then, of course, we have Captain Marty Matin. So, and Matin is hell-bent on destroying the Empire. However, he is obviously a novice at this and very foolish, even though he is very brave. Then we get an opportunity to meet back up with Thrawn. Thrawn is informed of the incident that is occurring on Maricopa with the Iron Squadron and the Ghost crew. He assigns Admiral Constantine to go to Maricopa and intercept the Ghost and Iron Squadron from evacuating Maricopa in a single light cruiser. Meanwhile, the rebels are in the midst of evacuating Maricopa. The crew discusses if they have the time to convince the Iron Squadron to leave with them. With Maricopa evacuated, the rebels are set to leave. However, the Iron Squadron is still refusing to leave. Ezra and Sabine come up with a plan to help convince the Iron Squadron to leave while trying to fix the hyperdrive. Ezra attempts to persuade the Iron Squadron to leave their home as he had to, due to his experiences and what he had to go through with dealing with the Empire. Some of the crew kind of agree with Ezra. They kind of relate to him. They're showing us how through their age with Ezra that he is relating to this crew, and they are relating to him because they are all in a very similar situation. However, Admiral Constantine shows up in his battle cruiser. Marty is eager to engage the cruiser, thinking that it is a destroyer. However, the crew attempts to convince Marty to retreat, to which he seemingly agrees. However, he releases the Phantom from the airlock and engages the Imperial battle cruiser. He again attempts to engage the cruiser using the same tactic that he used earlier in the battle, using his cargo laced with bombs to destroy the cruiser. However, this time his tactic is not as successful as he thought it would be. Constantine's cruiser easily withstands the bombs and smoothly rolls through out of the cloud of black smoke. A very cool scene right there, and very impressive. I really enjoyed that. Shortly after that, the Imperial TIE fighters engaged the YT-2400 of Marty, hitting his engine and disabling the YT-2400. Now our crew has to abandon Marty to get to safety, but they vow to return to rescue him. Back with the fleet, the team discusses what they should do as far as rescuing Marty. A message is sent by Marty, which is obviously intercepted by the Empire. They come back to rescue him. The whole team returns, including a part of the Iron Squadron. They devise a plan with the two astromechs to go outside and remove the bomb that was attached to the YT-2400. They do remove the bomb, placing it on one of the cargo pieces at the bottom of the YT-2400. Meanwhile, Commander Santos has arrived just in time to provide assistance, taking down one of the Imperial cruisers. He then bombards Constantine's cruiser with a series of blasts, attempting to take the attention away from the Ghost crew, who is saving the YT-2400. With the YT-2400 secure with the Ghost, they make a pass at Constantine's cruiser, hitting it with the cargo laced with the mine, disabling his cruiser. With Constantine's cruiser disabled, our crew attempts to make the jump to hyperspace. However, just then, Thrawn shows up with his Imperial destroyer, forcing our crew to turn tail and try to escape. We get a very nice exchange between Commander Santos and Thrawn, suggesting that they have some past history, so that's going to be very, very interesting with the story going forward. Our crew is able to escape. Thrawn then confronts Constantine in regards to his request for assistance. A very funny exchange right there. And then, of course, back at the Rebel base, we get a very nice exchange between Sato and his nephew. Then we get the whole crew there. Very nice ending, very nice episode, guys. So I'm going to get into my thoughts on the episode in just a quick moment. All right, so guys, I did enjoy this episode. Anytime you get space battles, that's always a good thing. But when you can get them with a YT series space vehicle, I think that's even cooler. Just like the Falcon, the YT-2400 is fast and maneuverable. And then how cool was it to hear those Falcon-like sound effects in this episode? Very nostalgic and takes you back, and I really enjoyed that. We got a little bit of backstory on Commander Santos in this episode, and there also appears to be some history between him and Thrawn, so I really enjoyed that. I thought the Iron Squadron were very cool. Like Zev said, they were a bunch of Ezras, which actually played right along to the story. They were able to relate to Ezra, so I thought that was very cool as well. The show is using Thrawn sparingly, which is a good and bad thing at the same time. It's good because Thrawn is not being overused, and when you do get a chance to see him, it's always special. But what makes it bad is that every time that he lets the rebels go, the fans are left waiting for the big payoff to Thrawn's endgame. So I don't know how long Rebels is going to be able to get away with Thrawn letting the rebels go like that. But like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. Lots of action, lots of space battles. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for the big payoff to Thrawn's endgame. So when I was rating this episode, I had to give it a 7.0 out of 10. But you guys, let me know what you think. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments. Are you happy with the way that they're using Thrawn here in Rebels? And then also tell me what your thoughts are on the Iron Squadron. Did you think they were a bunch of brats, or did you like the fact that they were relatable to Ezra? But guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. And if you like Star Wars content, please hit the like button. And if you want to get more Rebels reviews and recaps and toy reviews, then you might want to hit that subscribe button. But guys, I want to thank you very, very much for watching the video. And may the Force be with you always.